The college football playoff is no longer a battle of just 4 teams. With the expansion to a 12-team format starting in 2024, the landscape of college football is about to undergo its most significant transformation since the Bowl Championship Series gave way to the CFP in 2014. But as the game evolves, the real question is, who stands to gain the most? Is it the powerhouse programs like Alabama and Georgia? The smaller conferences yearning for a shot at the title? Or perhaps it's the business side of college sports that truly wins big? Let's start with the programs that have dominated the college football narrative for decades, the powerhouses. Teams like Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and Michigan have long benefited from the exclusivity of the 4-team playoff. Their consistent appearances have solidified their recruiting pipelines, enhanced their brands, and generated massive revenue streams. Under the new 12-team format, these powerhouses will still have a major advantage. With first-round byes awarded to the top 4 conference champions, the likes of Alabama and Georgia will likely find themselves resting while other teams battle it out in the opening round. This allows them to maintain their dominance as they'll enter the quarterfinals fresh and ready to assert their superiority. But here's the twist. The new system also opens the door for more teams to join the elite ranks. Programs like Penn State, Utah, and even emerging schools like Kansas State now have a real path to the championship. These teams no longer have to rely on a perfect season or a lucky set of rankings to earn their place. Instead, they can aim for one of the 7 at-large bids, giving them a chance to prove their worth on the biggest stage. The expanded format could create a new tier of contenders, shifting the balance of power in college football. So, will this expansion truly level the playing field, or does it simply reinforce the dominance of the usual suspects? Drop a comment if you think this is the start of something transformative for smaller programs. Let's talk about the smaller conferences, those who have been left on the outside looking in for years. The group of 5 conferences, like the AAC and the Mountain West, now have a lifeline. Under the 12-team format, the 5 highest-ranked conference champions automatically receive bids. This is a game changer for schools like Cincinnati, Boise State, and Tulane. For the first time, these programs can compete against the big boys without the stigma of being an outsider. Imagine a Cinderella run from a group of 5 team making it to the semifinals. It's the kind of storyline that captivates audiences and elevates the sport's popularity. Financially, this could be a goldmine for these smaller programs. A single playoff appearance brings with it increased media attention, larger ticket sales, and the potential for lucrative sponsorship deals. For years, the biggest complaint from smaller conferences was that they couldn't compete financially with the Power 5. The new system provides a pathway for them to earn a bigger share of the revenue pie and use it to improve their facilities, hire top-tier coaches, and attract better recruits. But can these smaller programs truly sustain their success? Or are they destined to remain underdogs? Drop a comment if you believe a Cinderella story is coming soon to the college football playoff. Next, we turn to the fans. If there's one group that undoubtedly wins big, it's the people who make college football the spectacle it is. The new format guarantees more high-stakes games, and more games mean more opportunities for jaw-dropping moments, iconic upsets, and last-minute heroics. The first round alone will feature games hosted on campus, a first in playoff history. Imagine the atmosphere of a playoff game at Michigan's Big House, or under the lights at LSU's Death Valley. These on-campus matchups could create some of the most memorable moments in college football history. Additionally, the expanded playoff means more fan engagement across the country. Schools that rarely sniff the playoffs will now have something to fight for, keeping fan bases energized throughout the season. For years, the criticism of the 4-team playoff was that it diminished the importance of games for all but a handful of teams. With 12 spots up for grabs, every game matters, from the opening kickoff of Week 1 to the final conference championships. Can you feel the energy building for these on-campus playoff games? Drop a comment if you're ready for the most electric atmosphere in college football history. Finally, let's talk about the business of college football. The playoff expansion isn't just a win for schools and fans, it's a financial juggernaut. The current playoff generates around $600 million annually in media rights revenue. With the expanded format, that number is projected to exceed $1 billion. The influx of cash will benefit not only the participating schools, but also the conferences, media companies, and advertisers involved. ESPN, which holds the current playoff rights, could face stiff competition from streaming giants like Amazon and Apple when the rights come up for renegotiation. This competition will drive up the value of the media deal, further enriching the sport. But it's not just about the media rights. Ticket sales, merchandise, and sponsorships will all see a boost. Each playoff game becomes an event, drawing fans from across the country and creating opportunities for local economies to thrive. Cities hosting these games will see an influx of tourism revenue, from hotels and restaurants to transportation services. The ripple effect of this expansion will touch every corner of the college football ecosystem. Is college football becoming the NFL of the collegiate world? Drop A if you think this is just the beginning of a billion-dollar transformation. So, who truly wins big in the new college football playoff system? The answer is everyone. The powerhouses maintain their dominance while facing fresh competition from rising programs. Smaller schools gain a legitimate seat at the table, with a chance to rewrite their destinies. Fans are treated to more games, more drama, and more reasons to cheer. And the business side of college football sees unprecedented growth, setting the stage for a future where the sport's reach rivals that of professional leagues. The expanded playoff is more than just a change in format. It's a shift in the very fabric of college football. It's about opening doors, creating opportunities, and delivering unforgettable moments on and off the field. The only question left is, are you ready for the most exciting era in college football history? If you're as excited about the new playoff as we are, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the biggest stories in sports and the business behind them. The future of college football has never looked brighter, and this is only the beginning.